In the bottom left we do have Classic, in the top right it is Byun, and I tried to call Ryang a lot of times Byun there in the last game. I stopped myself, I think I want to say every time. But this time finally I can just let it out. Oh, okay, so I should probably only set it for mods or something. Yeah, the modes thing. Alright, gotcha. Okay, so let's take a look at the game. We do have a very interesting map. Byun on post-youth. Of course, in base, half gold, half blue. 6 patches only, meaning you will saturate this one quicker than you would a normal expansion. And you get the same income. And yeah, as the product is the same. I mean, it's cool for both. You have the weird mineral wall, you have the gold base here, very exposed to tank pushes from the high ground, and like this area as well. Also, you can, like, if you're defensive as a Terran sitting in the spot, you can put tanks here. You can defend the whole freaking area. It's super powerful. If you have like 4 tanks stacked here and have vision everywhere, you're not gonna get broken down there. Unless you get like Tempest or something crazy in the game. Artist stream, it spammed like 5 messages in a row or something. Full length. Oh, okay. And it has been meta though in this map to not go for an expansion first, because everybody's been kind of cheesing, so I'm kind of wondering before this map is gonna rotate out of the pool if we do indeed see those what is it called? The meta shift. It's gonna be alright, let's go expansion first. Like CC first, Nexus first. Because you're gonna expand anyways, right? Let me get the leg up there. This is interesting. So, little SCV, what are you doing there? A starport is at the order of the day. He's been setting up that right now. He's gonna try to kill one of these probes here. He's gonna get the first one, maybe even the second one. One has been fighting. This is the feisty one. It's been fighting the Reaper, but Reaper's gonna get out here. That got pulled back, so you love to see it. This is the difference between Ryang and Byun. Byun is gonna keep his Reaper where the Adept's not, and then just shoot the probes. And he's gonna pull back the second Adept here. And then you want to be defensive, so in fact denying all scouting there for the Protoss player. Yeah, I love this, man. You love to see it. So it's most likely going to be Liberators, maybe a Medivac. Gonna see. So Liberator it is. And Hellion Reaper. Backstab here. I don't know if you really want to try to go through this tiny hall with a Hellion Reaper push. Of course, we do have a Stargate, so one additional issue is there's no defense. There's literally nothing that shoots up right now for a Terran player. And Terran have so many units that shoot up. So what are you gonna do, Byun? You're just gonna lose 10 SCVs now to this Oracle? It's still turned on. I'm gonna get at least like 5, I think. He's gonna spread out the SCVs, so he's gonna lose some mining time, but yeah, oh my god. Maybe he's a little bit over-eager to move back here. There we go, 5 SCVs. Out of energy. So Liberator is there. Gonna go into the main base, I want to say. First off, Hellions. Just running in, man. This could be so much damage. Oh my god. Probes are kind of lining up here. 4 probes already. 5, 6 Liberators going to town here on the right side. We do see a ton of damage happening here. Oh my god, another big shot here on those Hellions. Into those workers. And the Liberator, man, he's been accumulating kills like none else. 6 for him alone, and he can pull back. Maybe he can even get away from those Phoenixes. I'm not sure who's faster. Get a quick check here. 4.72 against, well, 5.95. So the Phoenix is gonna outrun the Liberator by a mile. Oh, Oracle is gonna get caught here by those two cyclones, so finally something happening here again for Byun. But of course, man, like this is what happened here for Byun. That was full with workers, and now we do have 4. That's what happened for Byun. So beautiful advantage for a Terran player here, of course, has the 3rd CC. Allows the shade in though, which I didn't really like, to be fair, because he's gonna scout, hey, he did see the extra barracks, he did see the extra command center. Don't really want to give away everything. He's gonna fly back the star, but of course this means he's gonna have very, very, very late Medivacs indeed. So trying to make something happening with a basically like a mid-game Cyclone army, and then with an economic advantage, trying to bolster that. This army is not gonna scale into the late game because he's not gonna get any upgrades for them. I mean, 6 cyclones are gonna do fine for a while, but yeah, it's a ton of money put into that, right? He needs to trade them. Oh, getting those would be great. Actually, any kind of air unit he can kill here is amazing. Anything you can get with these cyclones could be amazing there. He's not... Click that sentry with the marine! Oh. He didn't, but he gets it in the end. He's gonna run away with 3 cyclones, it seems. The Immortal is like the big anti-unit. He already has 5 kills. He completely smashes these attacks. And another 2 cyclones here. Wow, he's been making so many cyclones. Crazy stuff here. Now, of course, going into his bio upgrades, and the CC is done, so economic advantage should kind of ripple more through the game here. It's gonna set it up now. Medivac's finally coming online, and now he's gonna commit into more bio units. Until this point, he was really committing into these cyclones. Cyclone and a Marauder and 1 Marine. That's such a weird army, man. There we go. Even pulling a couple of SCVs here. He knows he has the money. He can do it. He does not want to lose this fight. You need to kill the Colossus here or the Immortal. If you get 1, you get the army. And there we go. First one's gonna fall. Second one's gonna fall. GG. Byun is gonna get the game even out of this. Very well done by our Terran player here. A beautiful harassment setup there in the early game with the... I mean, definitely a big mistake by Classic not having anything in the wall. That's not... Even if he has like 1 unit, he can bounce it out of the way, but then the bounce might go weird. And you have counter micro you can do, because you can run into the army and then you get bounced into the army, so you can block... There was a lot of Hellions, right? There were 8 Hellions, I think? So you can block like maybe 2 of them, so only 6 make it up. It's a difference, right? So you clear them faster. And then, of course, the Liberator wasn't dealt with, and it wasn't seen fast enough, so it got 6 kills. If it's a perfect reaction, a Liberator gets like 1 kill maybe, or no kills. Definitely a sloppy defense there by Classic, and Byun is just like, alright, boom, snap finger, I'm gonna kill I see the opening here, we're gonna do this, click, 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 and everything's dead. Very well done. Rich Vespine bases bring back attack offensive assimilators. Yeah, definitely. But you know the counter micro, right? You can't, like, you can just block it. And you do have so many workers with the Legacy of the Void start, to be honest. I think you can just bring it back, no risk, because like if you really want to take it instantly, you can. You don't have too much deficit economic wise, so I think it's a fair thing to try out, to be honest. I really would love the idea, because it enables things where you can maybe not offensively steal the gas as efficiently, or even possibly, but you could probably kill a gas, and like killing a gas would be way bigger than like it is right now, right? I'd rather want to see it like that, like with a mid-game push or something, like sieging a gas or whatever, you know, as a Terran, or like going in with Blink Stalkers again and again and dying the gas by sniping the geyser, because it's only 1. Could be something super impactful into a game. Stuff like that would be lovely to see. But yeah, let's hop into the second map we do have here. In the bottom right, it is classic. In the top left, we have Byun. There was an idea kicked around in the Evo maps with the gas. Yes, indeed. So a ridge, if you start with a one ridge gas, guys, there are some maps that still have it, some older maps. Like very old maps. Yeah, you can definitely work with that. It's kind of cool because it enables you to develop your economy differently. You need less workers to saturate the same amount of gas, right? So you only need like 3 workers where you should need 6. So in a weird way, it should propel the game even more into a mineral heavy game, but it would be a little bit more volatile on the gases, right? I kind of would love to see that actually. Like it would completely like a map with full only rich Vespine geysers, like only 1 per base, and see how that transfers into a different economy and into a different like timing stuff and strategies maybe even. It could be utilized. Not sure if it would be overpowered to be fair, because it's not balanced for that, and it can be stronger for some races than others, like very low tier gas heavy units available would be, for example, for Zerg, right, with the Ravager. And on the other side, I think you're very mineral heavy on your low tier units. Maybe like sentries, but what are sentries gonna do for you? Alright, now I can make 10 sentries and not 3. Okay, do it. I mean, like, Stargate units, of course. That could be strong, right? Like, the first round of tech units. It could be kind of cool to see something like this. I really would love to see it, but, you know, it's never gonna happen because, hey... Why would we, and why would we have 4-player maps, you know? Why would we try to keep the game fresh with maps? Well, we could just play the maps the pro gamers like, and make the maps how the pro gamers like them. Okay, this game we're gonna have a 3 racks setup here. And yeah, this is like Byun to a fold against a Stargate. And most likely this is gonna be scouted before it's gonna be dangerous. And then Classic can just do whatever defense he wants to. And the Stargate is also a good tool to have. Or maybe he's even gonna see it now. No. Already seeing like 5 Marines? I mean, it's very Byun-esque to even have 5 Marines here. He only made those into add-ons immediately, so they didn't produce any extra units. He produced 1 Marine here, then got the reactor, and then 2 sets of Marines, basically. Took up to 5, so it's not really strange to see 5 here. But now if he sees any extra, like more than 2 or pairs of 2, then it's like already the tell, oh, you have extra barracks. So Byun is keeping them here up in the base, trying to hide them. But the Oracle is gonna see it anyway, so before it's ready, it's not gonna have stim, it's not gonna have combat shields. The Oracle is gonna see, hey, oh, you have tons of Marines, and that's what you're trying to do. Tons of Marines. There you go. Gonna see, and even gonna attack because he wants to double confirm, and I think this is the right call. Throwing down engineering bay, maybe cancelling even the Marines, throwing down a base. Could be a thing here. Now he also needs to defend the Oracle with Marines. At least getting 1 NG bay is good for Byun, but this is not gonna do anything. This is also such a small force because he needs to keep so many Marines at home here. There's like 10 Marines at home. It's like as many Marines as we have here on screen. That's the weapon of choice apparently. Sentries. Sentries pretty good against those vanilla move outs. They have no medevac support, so you can just literally split the army in half, as dumb as it sounds, back into Wings of Liberty. So good identification here from Classic, and he's just gonna bide his time on top of the ramp. It's just gonna wait. if ever Byun, if he... Oh, he's SCV pulling? Oh, this is a terrible mistake. I think this is game. Oh, wow. There you go. He's not even gonna try. But yeah, like, if I would be classic, I would try to let in a little bit more. But there we go. That was a mess of a game. GG. That was insta GG. Oh, you have force fields. Alright. Blind counter. Oh my god. No. Why did you make the engineering bed anyways, man? Oh, you gotta excuse me. I'm a little bit sleep deprived from last night. Okay. So we've got one more game at least for the series then. Is an integral part of meta. You need to do Stoßlüften. Maybe I should, but you know what? We have rain season now, so it's like extremely humid outside. Even though I would love to welcome the oxygen, I'm afraid there is none outside. Alright. Let's hop into the last map. There we go. And the top right we do have our red Protoss player Classic. And in the bottom right we do have our blue Terran player Byun. Probably, yeah, I mean, of course, I agree. In a series, a cheese is necessary in my opinion. You don't want to end up like Stats, right? Who does never cheese, and if he cheeses, it's like the worst thing you will ever see in a professional game. So, mixing in cheeses, I think, is perfectly fine. But if you get scouted like that, right? You know you're not gonna get in there. It's like already defended at that time. So do you still commit to your cheese? I don't think that's... I mean, you can already GG them when you get scouted, right? If you GG at the second where the force fields get thrown down. So yeah, I don't get that decision, you know? It was perfectly scouted out. He knew everything. Classic knew everything. And it's not like it's like the worst position to play ever. You have a lot of map presence. You have stim and combat shields. You have an eBay on the way. As I said, you cancel Marines at that time. You go into the 3rd CC. It's still going to be faster than the Protoss 3rd. And you need to go into your extra tech. But you can still try to like play Marauder heavy and then try to out kind of position the Protoss in the early game to get like a defensive 3-base setup and then transition into your higher tech units. Of course, you're gonna be far behind in tech. Maybe like bunker defense or something, you know, can help you in a 3-base setup. I mean, there's still options, there's still play, right? But if you just pull everything to the front line and there's 2 force fields and then you GG, I think you can already GG when the freaking Oracle relevates your triple racks. Ragnarok is Shin now. Indeed, he is. And this probe did get a full scout here. We did see some cancels and so a gas was cancelled here. This gas was scouted and the cancel was not seen. So he thinks this is a 1 Rex with 2 gases and a fast tech and an expansion. But in fact we do see 4 barracks and only 1 gas. Sorry, no gas. My bad. What? No gas? The Classic is doing something offensive against it seems. A proxy against 4 barracks Marine, plain Marine? Marine King Prime, is that you? Is that you in disguise here? Marine King Prime. Hello, please answer the door. Okay, so a bunker in the front. This is very defensive. I kind of like it, but this should already tip Classic off a little bit. Why do you have 4 Marines? Why do you have a full bunker? You shouldn't have one. It's already weird. It's already strange. You should have like 2 Marines. Maybe a 3rd, but no 4 Marines. Oh, he's even gonna kill it. Oh, 2 HP, it's gonna live. I can't believe it. But yeah, Classic is gonna throw down an offensive gateway, and I think he's gonna try a 4-gate aggression here. No, we only do have 3 gates, so it's not as committed. Luckily for the Protoss here. But yeah, of course you can kite those Marines, which is nice, but you can also just sit in the bunker, man. Byun is trying to get killed. He's actually putting on a lot of damage onto these Stalkers. Oh yeah, Classic is definitely in a misread here. He still doesn't know what he's against. He still thinks, hey, this is a tech opening. He doesn't know it's a 4 barracks, no gas, man. It's so weird. Why would you do this ever? You get kited for days. I mean, he's Byun, right? So it's kind of still difficult to kill his Marines. But he's not gonna get any of these Stalkers, right? What are you doing, man? GG. That guy that just floated out into space, that was Byun. Byun mind gamed himself, I think.